Hello YouTube, I'm back. Sorry. Couple of notes. My daughter watched my last video. Actually, she watched it and she's not a crafter, so I was quite surprised at that actually. Don't know why I'm looking in that book, that's completely the wrong book. Right, in my lovely planner, I made some notes because she pointed out some interesting points for me. So I spoke about a lady that I met at West Point, and I bought the bird patch things off called Sea Parrot. And I said, I know I said in the video, I don't know why she's called herself Sea Parrot and she's got a picture of a puffin. That's because puffins are also known as sea parrots. I didn't know that. My favourite saying is that every day's a school day. And yeah, I learned that because actually my daughter said, maybe puffins are called sea parrots. And I thought, I really ought to Google that. So I did. And I did find out that they are called that too. I also checked out her Etsy store, Folksy store, sorry. And just go to folksy.com, type in sea parrot and it pops up dead easy. But in her store, I noticed that she only had penguins, not the bird ones that I showed you. So I'm assuming she's going to restock. She must have done really well at the show, and that's quite an expense for people to pay out. I mean, it's not a cheap option, but obviously she must have done really well. The other thing that I found out by watching my video was that images, although they look reversed when I put them up to here, actually when you play the video, they don't look reversed. So I did all that spelling out for no reason. Every day's a school day. I'm hoping I got the phone in the right orientation this time. I've got it landscape instead of portrait, so yeah. So hopefully it will play wider. If it doesn't, I'll turn it the other way. I don't know. This is all very new. My daughter, bless her, as I say, she popped over yesterday and she found an editing program on my computer, which I didn't even know I had. So I will be editing. Oh, I haven't had a go yet, so I'll try. The other thing that I realised I hadn't done was put links to my Etsy shops and my eBay shop. Need to do it. Come on. And also I didn't put links to other YouTubers, which I spoke about, which I intend to do. And I also got to remember to talk to the camera and not to the screen. Although, do I? I don't know. You can't really see with my glasses. Yeah, so I will be doing that, hopefully. Okay. Oh, and the other thing is, I am going to do the pooch's nose. I can't have this. It is driving me bonkers. So I might do that tonight, actually, and shift the black square up there where his nose should be. I don't know why I didn't notice it when I was doing it. Bear with. Everybody takes the mickey out the size of my cup, but if you're going to have a cup of coffee, you have a cup of coffee. Well, a bucket. What I'm working on is, let me angle you down, bear with me. Okay. My manager's manager is retiring, and they asked me to make her a gardening pinny, which I've done. She's incredibly tiny, about a size 6, so I only had 10 inches I worked on roughly to make her this apron. I can't show you that because that's gone. I presume they're wrapping it up with the rest of her stuff. But in my wisdom, I thought I would make an allotment notebook diary type thing for her. So I've picked up this really nice notebook. You can't see it. It's got a B on it because the lady's name is Beverly. And it's lined. And it's a really nice notebook, actually. But I was going to do a junk journal. And you can make them where you can refill them and stuff like that. But I thought, well, I found this really nice notebook. So I would just make a loose wraparound cover, basically. So the fabric will go around the book. And then obviously it's going to have it inside like that. and then you would just be able to replace the notebook. It's a standard A5 size notebook, so she should be able to do that quite easily. Now this is part 2 because I fluffed up on the first one. I spelt the word allotment wrong, which was brilliant. I was doubting myself all the way through doing it, actually, and I was right to doubt myself. So I've put this up the right way for you. Yeah, so I've cut out, because I've done this. I mean, you know, and I'd coloured it in with Inktense pencils, and I talked to you about that. I will tell you again, I use golden fluid medium stuff to set it, because it kind of acts, well, I use it as like the water to activate the Inktense, and it's a double whammy, because Inktense pencils should be water, well, you know, permanent anyway, but the GAC golden liquid stuff just, oh, I don't know, it might work, it might not. I mean, it's not like you're ever gonna, well, presumably not gonna wash this, but in case she gets it wet on the allotment, if she ever uses it, I'm gonna be happy. So anyway, I had that on the back, which looked lovely, but you know, so I'll cut it out basically. So what I'm hoping to do is basically applique that back on. We'll see how it works. And then I've done these lovely cabbages and carrots and stuff, and the wording was up above it, and oh, I just could have kicked myself when I realised I'd spelt it wrong. I thought it was, and I should have listened. Just put a nice crease in that. 2 seconds. And I had, well, on the first one I hadn't sprayed the background, so I'm quite pleased I'm changing it actually, because I think it's a bit nicer. So again, I'm going to applique these on. I need to make the marks again on where the book actually falls, but yeah, so I shall applique that back on. Spell allotment properly here with free motion embroidery, and yeah, that'll be a nice, hopefully a reusable book cover for her. So I don't think I'll take you step by step, because I say this is the second recording I've done on this, and I did take you to the sewing machine where I did the free motion writing and stuff, but I don't know, I you tell me what you want me to show you and I will show you, but I need to get this done. I've got work for a couple of days this week, so and we are having this meal out on Friday, so I need to get this done, even though today's Monday. I say I'm working, and when I get home from work I'm pretty knackered actually, so I don't really feel like coming up and always coming into my room. Anyway, stop waffling. What I'll probably do is do this, finish it, and then on the back, on the end of this one, I'll put a picture of it finished, and then yeah, that'll work. I think that's everything. So yeah, let me tip you back up. So I feel right dummy when I realise that, you know, the sea parrot is a puffin. I didn't know that. And also when I said about her image of the puffin, hang on, I might need to put legs on it. Well, of course it's a seabird, Susan, you wally. So it's, you know, she'd done a picture of it laid in the water. I think that's it actually. Maybe later on today, or maybe tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow, having the haircut tomorrow. I might do a very quick tutorial on how to, hang on, how to make these, in case you're interested. It really isn't rocket science. So I'll do a quick tutorial on that. How fun's that? As you can see, I use it for all sorts of what's-its, bits of fabric, and yeah, they're just handy carry things. Yeah, I'll talk to you about that later anyway. So meanwhile, I'm going to get on, angle you back again, get this sewed and corrected. I don't know, I might probably do a bit of binding around here, because even though I cut this to size, I think it's going to be, let me just take those off a minute. I think when obviously it'll be the other way around. when I wrap it round, I don't think I've left enough. Yeah, I might need to put a bit more fabric on here, because I like to make these covers, but I like to make it that the book doesn't keep falling out all the blooming time, because that would drive me nuts. So I'd probably drive everybody else nuts as well. So I'll probably be adding the fabric onto the end here as a form of binding, and I might use that as a binding actually and bind it all the way around. I don't know yet. I will show you it when it's finished. So lovely. I'll sign off for now. Yeah, I'll sign off for now, and you get more views of my messy craft room. I love my tin. It's a camper, and it's a tin. It had biscuits in it, which of course had to be eaten. Yeah, I'll pop back. Bye.